the habit of mind of opposites thinking is really the underlying problem with everything that Colin was talking about. To live our lives from some principle, I should, well, it doesn't work. We might have a great should in mind, but the realness of our life is different than that. And it's the opposites mind that gets us stuck in that. Someday I'll be evolved enough that I won't have regret. On last week's video online, somebody asked the question, they said, well, how does our practice become a life of helping? What's the connection? And online things you do things pretty short and concise. And where my mind went to was a practice opens up that caring. Our practice, we say Kwanseum Bosal is the name of the Bodhisattva of compassion. The words Kwanseum translate as hearing the cries of the world. We could at least imagine that if we can hear those cries, we're much better able to respond to them. And it takes care of the problem itself if we're just open and listening. And then our practice, which has opened us to listening, just naturally moves us towards being of service. We don't have to plan it. If we say, I should live a life of service, well, maybe I will set myself on that path. But we all know the hindrances that arise in the midst of that. If we live a life of shoulds, then we spend all the time trying to push those things down because those things are antithetical to what I should be. When actually my experience tells me all of those feelings support what I should be. So rather than trying to make them go away so that I can be what I think I'm supposed to be, letting them in and allowing for it helps me to hear those cries, even my own cries, so that it's so counterintuitive. Rather than pushing stuff away and making ourselves perfect, allowing for our imperfections allows us to live in the world in a more constructive and heartfelt way. So you can read traditional Buddhism to say there is no self, and attachment to self is the cause of our suffering. As I understand it, it doesn't even say there is no self. It says there is no abiding self. Each moment we appear, and in the next moment we reappear again. And we suffer in part because we carry our hindrances with us. So there is some truth when we can come back to this moment, become aware again of our aliveness in this moment, we can be free of the past. And we have to work with it. It's not something that just automatically happens or that we can expect ourselves to be. But if we can just allow for the fullness of experience, language makes this so complicated. I'm saying the fullness of our experience or the fullness of my experience, but we don't need the ownership. It's just the fullness of experience as it is right now. I often use that phrase from Zorba the Greek that I've stolen from a million other people. The full catastrophe of life is what opens up the caring. It opens up the heart. It opens up the mind. It pushes us to find our way in each particular moment. So rather than getting lost in the idea of perfection, we can just rest in the openness of what is right now.